Hi everybody and welcome back. In this video we're going to be creating a brand new page for our website using our system.io account. So you're going to log into your system.io, go to blogs where your websites are held and click on your website name to open up your back end of your website. We're going to click on pages where we created our pages, and we're going to create a new page. So click on create and it will ask you what your blog page is going to be called and the path that you would like it to be. So this is the one where we're going to create a page that talks about our community. So the blog page name is going to be community. Oops, spell it correctly. And it's going to be the URL path for this is just going to be our community. And if I can spell it right, that would be great. Create blog page. And now our blog page has been created and it's down here. So how we create this page is we click on the page that we just created. It will have nothing in it as of yet. So we're going to add some details in there for people who might want to join our community. So we click on the name and it will open up our editor. And you can see that we have our header that we created and our footer that we created, and we've got our blank space in here where we're going to create what we want. And as I've said before in videos, it's also always a good idea to sit down with a piece of paper, map out what you would like the page to be, what elements you would like on the page, and then you can just come into your system.io account and you can just drag and drop your elements. So we've done that. So we're going to have a headline, and then we're going to have some text. Then we're going to have an image with some bullet points. So how we create things next to each other is our columns. So we're going to have two columns. On one side is going to be a bullet numbered list, and on the other side we're going to have an image. So we scroll down and we drag and drop an image into there. And then down the bottom, we just want a bit more information, but we want that information to be visually grouped together. So we're going to use our content box for that. We're going to drag that down to the bottom here, drop that in, and inside our content box, we're going to have some another bullet list in there. So now we've got our layout for our page. We're going to start to change our elements into what we want. So we're going to create our title. So this is our wet. Okay, so we've got our text in here, and as always we change this to at least 22 for easy readability, and put some spaces in here so we can tell people a little bit about our community. What happened to my title? It's gone. Let me type that in again. I must have hit undo at some point. So this is our wet plants. Start recording. Okay, so we'll just change this back to what it should be. This is the page for my plants. Okay, now we've got our Wet My Plants community title for our page, plus our paragraph here, and we're going to upload our photo and put our extra information in here for people to be able to see. So let's upload our photo. Okay, there's our photo, and we're going to just change our icons here. So we do that by going over here to our bullet list over here, which has all the things that we can modify and change for our bullet list. We're going to scroll down and change the color to the color that we've been using, on our web page, our icon color, and we're also going to change the icon here. We've got lots of different icons here to choose from. Let's do some searches and see what we can find. Let's try gardening. Not much there to do with gardening. Let's try garden. No, not much there to do with gardening. Oh, we could do a little acorn. Let's do a little acorn. I wonder if they've got a tree. Looks like Christmas trees. Oh, here we go. Let's use this tree here. Oh, we've got double trees there. I'm going to use that one. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so now we've got that, and we're going to change our icon size to 25 and our text to 22. Font size 22. Now we're going to put some dot points here about our community that would interest people or encourage them to click and join the community. Completely community. Okay, completely free community. We want to say that all experience levels welcome, as well as we wanted to tell them that it's a worldwide community for support with all things gardening. Okay, so now we've got our dot points here, we've got our image here we would like to have, and then we've got our content box down here where we want to just group some extra information that just visually will stand out to our readers. So we click on our contents box, and we can modify our contents box, and I've done a whole video on that you can find on our channel about using these text elements. These elements here, these text elements, including the content box. So we're going to click on our contents box, and we're just going to change the formatting of our box. We're going to have the header on. The box title is going to be the Wet My Plants community. We're going to increase that font size to 25 for our heading. And the background's going to be that green color we've been using throughout our website. And we also want to change this line around here as well. So we'll scroll down here, and here we have our border. For our border, we're going to change the color to our green. And we're going to go out of the color box, and we're going to change our radius of our corners. We're going to increase them. Let's go with 20. There we go. Now if we click out of that, so we can see that we now have a green up the title, we now have a green border, and we have rounded corners. Actually, I'm going to make the border a little bit thicker. So I'm going to click back onto there, come down to our border area, and we're going to have width. Let's increase that to 4. That looks good. Let's click out of that. Yep, much better. And we're going to include in here our trees for our dot points. So we're going to click on here, we're going to scroll down, change them to our trees. Oops. Click on there, there we go. Search trees. And click on our trees, change the color, and our community information box is ready to add some information in. This is where we can add more long form information than we've got up here in our dot points. And we're also going to then add under it somewhere where people can sign up to the community as well. So I'm going to type that in now, and then we'll come back and we'll put our fields down the bottom underneath. Or we might actually put our fields up here in this space up here. So let's just go, and I'll type those in, and then I'll jump back in to do the sign up. Okay, we've finished typing that in there. So now we're going to come up here. We're going to add a button in here where people can click to join the community. So we come over here to our left-hand side to our elements, and we scroll down till you see your form options. And one of those options will be a button. So we're going to drag a button into this spot here, remembering we're looking for that dark blue line for where we can drop our button. So we can drop it right under our text here, and there is our button. So we're going to click on the button to format it the way that we would like. So click on our button here, and you'll have your details over here of what this button can do. So this button, we would like this button to take people to the sign up page for the community. So up here, what do we want the button to do? We want the button to open a URL. And we're going to paste that URL in there when we've created that link for our community. So here we go, we're going to scroll down here. We're going to move the button just a bit away from this text here, a bit more away. It was already 25. Let's move it 40. We're going to leave it aligned the way that it is. The button, the text on the button, sign up now. Oh, actually, I'm not going to write. I'm going to say join community. Join community. Best practice for buttons is to tell people what you want them to do. Subtext, no, over here we're going to delete the subtext. We're going to change the background color. Going to change it to a paler green. Not quite that green, that looks a bit sick. There we go, that dusty green is a good green. And we're going to leave the padding where it is, remembering the padding is inside, margins are outside, padding is inside your element. Scroll down, our rounded corners are currently at 3. I'm going to increase that. Let's go 10. Let's go 10 for each of the corners. Oops. Highlight this and type in 10. There we go. 10. 10 for each of our corners, and you can see if I click out of it here, you can see that it's got this border on the bottom, which makes it appear slightly raised off the page. We're going to leave that there for now. If you don't like that, I'll just show you where you can remove it. Click on your element on your button, scroll down here, and you'll find where it says border here, and you can change the style here. So you can say none, or a dashed border, a dotted border. So that's the style of the border there. We're going to leave it as solid. You can change the border color, and you can then here you can say where you want it. So full border would be that. Then bottom only is what we're going to leave it as for this, but you can also do top only, or you can do top and bottom. So we're going to leave it as bottom only, and you can also increase the size of it there. Actually, I'm going to leave, oh no, I'm going to go back to 3. I like the 3 better. So there we go. Well, you can also delay that button appearing if you don't want it there all the time. If you scroll right down to the bottom, delay before displaying items. So if you want people to do a bit of reading before this button appears, you can delay that here. But we would like it to stay the whole time that it's there. Okay, so now we've got our page completed, except we've got to come back and put this link in. So we're going to just check how it looks on mobile. Excuse me, remembering that these columns are going to stack on top of each other on mobile. So come down here and click mobile, and let's see how that looks. So wet my plant, oh, we didn't change our colors up here, we'll do that in a minute. We've got our information about our community, our image, our community image, which we created in Canva, our dot points here, join our community button there, and then we've just got this extra box here that's got a bit more information for people if they'd like to read that. So that's all looking good. That's all centered the way that we want it to be. Okay, so I'm just going to jump back to desktop, and I'm going to change this because we're going to change that to our green. There we go. We're going to bold it and underline it and make it a H1 heading. Okay. There we go, and we're going to click save, always save, always save. Okay, so now our Wet My Plants community page is up and ready to go. And once we've created our community, we will come and pop that in here. Actually, while we're here, I'm just going to add some text underneath here, because I didn't want to add text. Actually, I wanted to add a heading. So I'm just going to delete that. Add a heading just underneath our box here, because what I want to say is community community coming soon because we haven't got that link there. So if you're already driving traffic to your website and you haven't got something completely created yet that's ready for, excuse me, that's ready for your customers, you can always put a note here and push people towards your, just going to scroll down and push people towards your newsletter sign up, because you will be always updating people via your newsletter about new features and things that you have. So you can just say here, community coming soon. Please subscribe to our newsletter and be notified as soon as it is live. There we go. Okay, we're just going to make that slightly smaller. And I'm just going to bring it in a bit from the edge. So we're going to come down to our margins and we're going to make our right in a bit. What have we got? That 48. Let's go 50, and the left. We'll make that 50 as well. There we go. That's brought that in a bit. And italics. There we go. So people know that if they click on this button, it's not going to take them anywhere yet, because the community is coming soon. Please subscribe to our newsletter and be notified as soon as it is live. And then people come down and subscribe to the newsletter. Please subscribe to our newsletter below and be notified as soon as it is live. Okay, excellent. Save that. And that is ready to go. Back to our pages. And we now have our community page here. And one of the things that we need to do now is we need to link this page to the rest of our website. So if we go up to our blog layout, which remember our blog layout is our header and our footer. I can go away for now. Our blog layout. Thinking. So now we're going to click on our menu up here, which brings up our navigation bar on the left-hand side, and we're going to scroll down to our community menu item here, and we're going to go blog link because it's part of our website, and we're going to select it here. So we're going to go and we're going to select community because we've now created it, and we're not going to open it in a new menu because, a new window, because it's part of our website and it doesn't have a sub-menu. So we're going to leave that as it is. Now that's linked, and we're going to also link it down in our footer. Come down to our quick links, click on community, highlight that, add link. We're going to click on this little icon here because it's part of our blog posts. Click on that, where we can scroll down and select community. And as these get longer, you can also search for pages as well. It's right there at the top. So we're going to click on community and we're going to click on save. So now that community, now you can see that line comes under it. It is now connected. So we're going to save changes. And our header and our footer of our website are now linked to our community page. And the last thing we need to do is that link on our home page that we created when we first created our website. So we go to our home page, there it is. Click on that and scroll down to where we wanted that link. So we want to link our image and we want to link the word here. So click on our image, over to our navigation. There's our file. What do we want it to do? We want it to open a URL. Select the URL there, paste it in, paste in our community URL. We do not want it to open in a new window because it's part of our website, so that's exactly how we want it to be. Then come over to our text, highlight our text that we want to be the link, click on link, click on the blog image, select our community page and click save. Now we have our link here on our Word where it says click here, and if people also click on the image, they will also go to the community page. Let's just change that color of this link to bright green. There we go. Oh, maybe a little bit darker, that's a bit hard to read. Highlight it. highlight it, there we go, and make that slightly darker. That's better. Okay, there we go. So now we have our links for our community on our homepage, and save changes. Now we have created our new page and we've linked it to the rest of our website. If you'd like to see how we created this website and you haven't seen that video yet, you can check that out in the description below. There'll be a link to how you create your website from scratch, completely free, with system.io. I'll see you there.